Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we will talk about Iran nuclear deal, which is formally known as Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. Talks are going on in Vienna, capital of Austria, for reviving this nuclear deal. There are some changes such as there is new US President Joe Biden. In Iran there is new President Ebrahim Raisi, who is a hardline conservative cleric and who is deeply antagonistic towards the West. And there is new Prime Minister in Israel. So let us first understand the background of the Iran nuclear program. In 1950s, Iran got assistance from United States under United States policy or program called Atoms for Peace. In Iran at that time, there was monarchy under the Pahlavi dynasty and Shah Pahlavi was the king. He was more aligned to the US and the West. So in 1968, Shah of Iran signed NPT, Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, and ratified it in 1970 as a nuclear weapon state. Under its nuclear program, Iran bought 10% stake worth of $1 billion in a uranium enrichment plant in France. It bought 15% stake in uranium mining in Namibia and $700 million contract to purchase uranium yellow cake from South Africa. Iran also sent Iranian technicians abroad for nuclear training. In nutshell, Iran developed an impressive baseline capability. However, the Iranian Revolution happened in 1979. Before that, unrest were going on. In 1958, there was coup d'etat which was crushed with the help of US and West. But this Iranian Revolution in 1979 established a Islamic Republic in Iran with Khomeini at its helm. Many scientists fled the country and the new regime was hostile to the US, which means the Iranian nuclear program was shelved. However, by 1980s, Khomeini got interested in nuclear program and Iran reinstated its nuclear program. This time, it got assistance from Pakistan, China and Russia. It signed bilateral agreements with all these countries. China provided 27 kilowatt miniature neutron source reactor and agreed to provide 300 megawatt Kinchin power reactors. Russia agreed to complete the Bushehr's nuclear reactor and provide 3 additional reactors. Iran claimed that it was developing its nuclear capability for civilian purposes, but US suspected that Iran was using civilian nuclear program for weapon development. It started pressurizing potential suppliers to limit nuclear cooperation with Iran. And China ultimately did not provide research reactors. US also blocked Iran's agreement with Argentina. There were back and forth negotiations trying to limit the Iran's nuclear program. Meanwhile, Iran created heavy water uranium enrichment capability. The sanctions were imposed and it remained in effect till 2015. What was this joint comprehensive plan and what was the objective? The objective was to slow down Iran's nuclear program. According to US intelligence, Iran has the capacity to make nuclear weapon within few months. So the objective was to slow down this capacity and make it an year, so that if Iran decides to make a nuclear weapon, it will take a year to make that weapon, and this time will help the other actors to respond to the Iran's nuclear weapon effectively.
Why the world leaders do not want Iran to have nuclear weapons? Because it will bring entire Middle East in crisis. Israel feels threatened and it has taken actions also, such as it has attacked on nuclear sites in Iraq and Syria. It may attack on nuclear sites in Iran if it feels so. If such things happen, Iran will also attack, or Iran can use proxies, such as it has taken help of Hezbollah. It can help the Hezbollah to attack on Israel, or it may cause problem in Persian Gulf, which is the route for most of the oil shipping. Then Saudi also wants to have its own nuclear weapon. It means there will be chaos and crisis in the Middle East because of the nuclear weapon in Iran.
The agreements that were accepted by Iran, the sanctions had already crushed the Iranian economy, so Iran wanted to sign this agreement. Under this agreement, Iran agreed not to produce highly enriched uranium or plutonium, which are the key components of a nuclear weapon. When we mine uranium, the uranium ore is first separated using different chemical processes. This uranium yellow cake is then has only 0.72% of uranium 235 and rest are uranium 238. In a nuclear fuel, you need uranium 235. So increasing the percentage of uranium 235 is called uranium enrichment. Iran also agreed to ensure that its facilities at Fordo, Natnaj, and Arak would only be used for power generation, medical industrial research, or for any civilian work. It agreed to implement a protocol that would allow inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency unrestricted access to its nuclear facilities, and this access can also be applied to undeclared sites. There was to be a joint commission which would include representatives of all the negotiating parties, which would monitor the implementation of the agreement and resolve disputes that would arise. The agreements that were accepted by the P5 plus 1 and other. The European Union, the United Nations, and the United States committed lifting sanctions on Iran, although some sanctions dating back to 1979 remained in effect. These sanctions were placed due to Iran's support to terror groups, human rights abuses, and its ballistic missile programs. Parties involved agreed to lift sanctions on a weapons embargo, provided that the United Nations confirms through the IAEA that Iran is only engaged in civilian nuclear activities. What was the result of the Iran nuclear deal? Iran met its preliminary pledges in early 2016 and sanctions were repealed. The then President Obama agreed to lift secondary sanctions, allowing oil exports, and almost $100 billion worth of assets were unfrozen by EU and US. However, the deal nearly collapsed when Trump withdrew from JCPOA in 2018, alleging that Iran was still involved in the ballistic missile programs and using the civilian nuclear developments for weapon development. Iran blamed the US for reneging on its commitment and going back on its commitment, and blamed the EU for caving under the pressure of United States. However, to keep the agreement alive, France, Germany, and the UK launched a barter system called INSTEX so that Iran could still trade in food and medical products. However, these things were already kept away from the sanctions. Meanwhile, Iran increased its stockpile of low-enriched uranium. Iranian nuclear scientist was assassinated, and in November 2020, Iran passed a law which would allow a substantial boost in uranium enrichment. However, it provided a 3-month window before it will start its uranium enrichment. This meant it wanted the members of JCPOA to start talking and revive the agreement. So the talks are going on for the revival of this agreement. What are the benefits for India? If this agreement is revived, it would ease many restrictions over the Iranian regime, which may directly or indirectly help India. Give a boost to regional connectivity. For example, Chabahar Port, Bandar Abbas Port, and other plans for regional connectivity may get a boost. This would further help India to neutralize the Chinese presence in Gwadar Port, Pakistan. And apart from Chabahar, India's interest in the international north-south transport corridor, which runs through Iran and which will improve connectivity with 5 Central Asian republics, may also get a boost. And also, the oil exports from Iran will be a bit cheaper than other countries. So this was all for today. If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, do subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a very nice day.